Tonight, a warning for seniors. Costco may not be what you think it is.
They are tracking your
This
steps.
is Smart Buyer Files. Stay alert.
You think you're a member of a club? You're not. You're a data point in a biological experiment. Every time you flash that gold card, you enter a simulated environment designed to drain your energy before it drains your wallet. If you're over 60, Costco isn't just a warehouse, it's a physical gauntlet. They know your knees ache, they know your eyesight is fading, and they've built a billion-dollar empire by weaponizing those exact vulnerabilities against you. You aren't saving money. You're paying a physical tax they hope you never notice. The store manager has 3 secrets he hopes you never figure out. First, the temperature in the pharmacy zone isn't for the food, it's for your brain. Second, those oversized carts are literal psychological anchors. Third, the hearing aid center is the most profitable surveillance tool in the building. Stop being the victim. Here is the grit they hide behind the bulk boxes. 1. The thermal trap. Refrigerated cognitive decline. Notice how the pharmacy and the supplement aisles, the 2 places seniors visit most, are always positioned right next to the massive, open-air industrial freezers? That isn't a coincidence of floor planning. It's thermal manipulation. As you age, your body's ability to thermoregulate slows down. When you hit that cold zone, your core temperature drops slightly. Blood moves from your brain to your vital organs to keep you warm. In this state, complex decision-making evaporates. You stop comparing price per ounce. You stop reading the fine print on the back of the senior multivitamin bottle. You just grab the biggest container and move toward the heat. The store uses the cold to trigger a survival rush in your shopping habit. The command, wear a heavy coat even in July. Force your brain to stay warm so it stays sharp. If you feel a chill, stop. Don't put a single item in the cart until you've stepped back into a warm aisle for 2 minutes. 2. The physics of the anchor. Cart kinetics. Look at the wheels. Costco carts are significantly heavier and wider than a standard Kroger or Publix cart. Retail architects call this the anchor effect. A heavy cart feels stable. It feels like quality. But for a senior, it's a trap. Once you load that cart with a 40-pound bag of birdseed or a 30-pack of water, you've committed to a specific momentum. It is physically harder to turn around or backtrack to return an item you realized you didn't need. You are more likely to keep moving forward toward the registers because fighting the cart to go back is too taxing on your joints. The command, test the cart empty. If it feels like a tank, it's going to dictate your path. Never fill the bottom rack first. Keeping the weight high makes the cart harder to steer, forcing you to slow down and stare at more end cap displays. 3. The hearing aid surveillance. The hearing aid center isn't there as a health service. It's a data mining goldmine. When you get a free hearing test, you aren't just giving them your decibel levels. You are giving them a profile of your cognitive engagement. Costco uses regional health data from these centers to stock specific aisles. If a warehouse sees a spike in high-frequency hearing loss, they know the demographic is more susceptible to visual loudness, bright neon packaging and high-contrast signage. They adjust the look of the store to compensate for what your ears can no longer track. You are being tuned to their marketing. The command, get your medical tests at a doctor's office, not a warehouse. Keep your health data out of the hands of people whose only goal is to sell you a 5-gallon tub of mayonnaise. 4. Optic nerve manipulation, the lighting scam. Costco uses high-output 5000K, 6500K daylight LED or fluorescent arrays. For younger eyes, it's just bright. For seniors with developing cataracts or thinning retinas, this creates a massive amount of veiling glare. This glare causes minor spatial disorientation. When you're slightly dizzy or visually overwhelmed, you lean on the cart for support. This slows your walking speed by 15%. The slower you walk, the more eye contact you make with high-margin products. They are literally blinding you with science, so you'll spend more time in the impact zone at the front of the store. The command: wear polarized sunglasses inside. It sounds ridiculous, but it cuts the glare, reduces eye fatigue, and allows you to actually read the price tags without squinting. 5. The pharmacy bait and switch. The law often requires Costco to open its pharmacy to non-members. They hate this. To compensate, they bury the pharmacy at the very back of the warehouse. They know a senior picking up a heart medication has a 70% higher chance of stopping for impulse comfort food on the way back. They place the bakery, scenting the air with synthetic butter and sugar, directly in the path between the pharmacy and the exit. You came for a $10 generic pill. You're leaving with a $20 tray of Danishes because your blood sugar dropped during the 400-yard hike to the back of the store. The command: use the pharmacy, go in, get the meds, and walk out through the enter door if you have to. Do not browse the way back. Your prescription is the only thing you need. 6. The treasure hunt. Exhaustion. Managers constantly move items. One week the coffee is in aisle 5, the next it's by the tires. They call it a treasure hunt. For a senior, it's forced labor. The more steps you take, the more decision fatigue you accumulate. By the time you find what you actually came for, your willpower is depleted. This is when you reach for the luxury items, the expensive wine, the tech gadgets, the fancy cheeses. You're rewarding yourself for surviving the hunt. The command: if it's not where it was last week, don't look for it. Ask an employee immediately. Do not give them the extra steps they are trying to steal from you. 7. The membership death grip. Costco's real profit isn't the food, it's the membership fees. They bank on ghost members, seniors who have moved into assisted living or can no longer drive, but whose credit cards are still being hit with the $60, $120 annual auto renewal. They make the cancellation process a bureaucratic nightmare compared to the one-click sign-up. They count on your forgetfulness. They are effectively taxing your age. The command: turn off auto-renew today. Make yourself manually pay every year. If you didn't go to the store for 3 months, that membership is a donation to a billion-dollar cult. Kill it. Go get your last 3 Costco receipts. Sit down with a highlighter. Mark every item you didn't have on your list before you walked in. Look at that total. That's not savings. That's the Costco tax you paid for being manipulated. Then go to your pantry. If you have bulk items that have been sitting there for 6 months, you didn't buy food, you bought a liability. Check your auto-renew status right now or admit they own you.